It's time for Around the Campfire, brought to you by Flagstaff, a division of Forest River, building better RVs, making smarter RVers.
And greetings, everybody. Alan Warren here, the RV Wingman. Welcome to the After the Show show. Thank you for being a part of our growing show family with radio stations all over the country, listeners and viewers worldwide on social media. We appreciate each and every one of you, and thanks for making us the most listened to and talked about RVing show about the RV lifestyle on both radio as well as on social media. If you're catching us on Facebook, please hit the like button right there. Yep, right there. Like our page and make sure you have your notifications turned on so you'll get a bump when we do go live. Now, today's show is actually a follow-up from my interview from last week with Janine Pettit, the founder of Girl Camper. One of the things we talked about was a charity that is near and dear to the girl camper's heart. It's called the HoldYou Foundation. We learned not only why HoldYou is important and how you can help support it, but about a very cool raffle prize that every RVer, every wannabe RVer would love to win. It's called an R-Pod. It's an awesome travel trailer, and for a $10 raffle ticket, you could just win this thing. To tell us about the R-Pod, what makes it so special and attractive, over at the Tampa RV show is Mr. Cody Schade with Forest River. Cody, you got a pretty good gig going on, brother. What's the deal with this R-Pod?
Alan, you have no idea. I'm standing here at the show right now. I'm going to tell you, I'll be honest with you, if I was standing here any longer than last night, I'd need a birthday cake. I'm going to be honest with you after last night, but I will tell you, I'm at the Tampa RV Super Show, and I am ready to tell you about every R-Pod product and every new thing we got going on.
Tell me, what makes the R-Pod special? It's been around for a while, and it's so dang popular. Describe, if somebody's not familiar with the R-Pod, what does it look like from the outside, and what makes it kind of unique in its category?
So that's a great question. And I know you being from Texas, Alan, that most people in Texas have a big truck. But what most people in Texas also have to deal with when they pull their RV is an 8-foot wide RV, right?
Right.
Okay. So what the R-Pod offers is something that's slightly narrower, fits in line behind a Dodge Ram, fits in line behind a, any half-ton pickup truck or even a smaller pickup truck, smaller SUV. And the beauty of it is that it offers every conventional trailer standard feature and even more in a package that can be towed by, you name it. Anything that can tow 5,000 pounds can tow an R-Pod. And when I say conventional trailer, I'm not talking about just a run-of-the-mill trailer. I'm talking about a bigger furnace, a bigger air conditioner, bigger holding tanks, more standard features. And when I say more standard features, I mean stainless steel appliances. You don't see that in half the trailers on the road.
No, Cody, I hate to interrupt. Let me just jump in. To me, I see a lot of RVers. I talk to a lot of them. There is this trend for the smaller, the lighter RVs that can be towed behind a regular F-150 or even a smaller vehicle without having to go and jump into a $60,000 or $70,000 truck because you bought an RV that was too big. This just fills a niche that to me seems, it's super popular, and it helps people get into the RV lifestyle without spending a lot of money.
Well, you're exactly right, Alan. Not only does it help them get into the RV lifestyle for those who are not in it today, but really what it does is, and what most of the campers that we see, especially people that tune into your show, are folks that may have an RV already, but they can't take it into the state park. They can't take it into the national park. They can't take it into their local campground because, say, they have a motorized unit that's too big, or they have this unit and it's over 30 feet. The units that we produce have the creature comforts of a full-size unit but they're wrapped up in a package that you can drop off in a campground, and you can pull it with a vehicle that you most likely have in your garage. And that's the deal. That's the real deal, especially in Texas. I know you're in Texas, and bigger is better. And to us, bigger camping is better, meaning the more camping we can do, the better it is.
So tell me about the 196 R-Pod, this one that you guys have been so generous to donate to Girl Camper for the raffle. The pictures of it that are online on the Girl Camper website, I mean, it's already fabulous from the factory, but it's just beautiful. Tell us about it.
Well, I am so honored to not only be a part of what Janine Pettit is doing, which Janine Pettit is, the Meryl Streep of the RV industry when it comes to girl campers, and to be, a part of the HoldYou Foundation and what Janine is doing to us, it's something that we are very honored to be a part of in both of those aspects. And I'll tell you what makes this so special, and what makes it so special for us is the R-Pod's been out now for about this year will mark the 11th year. We celebrated our 10th year anniversary last year. The R-Pod 196 is one of our best-selling units today, but Janine and I aligned, and Janine aligned with the HoldYou Foundation. And I just want to take 1 second to talk about HoldYou, okay? Because HoldYou is a foundation that all of us, can relate to, because every one of us has a family member or friend who has been affected by cancer, and all of us have been affected by that situation. And that hits close to home for each and every person, including myself and my family. And so I think that that's one way that we can all get involved, okay, in this R-Pod 196 raffle, which,
and the proceeds go for such a great cause. And for $10, I mean, God, who wouldn't want to win the 196? And, something surprising to me, Cody, is that if you look at the 196 R-Pod, it has a slide out. If you look at it from the outside, you're like, that's not that big of a slide out. But when you're inside of it, and that slide out goes, it's like it opens up into a whole new world. It's amazing how large that little trailer is.
Well, I would urge anybody, you look at your following, Alan, and you see, anybody who is a current camper, anybody who plans to camp, anybody who's thinking about camping. The R-Pod is a product that offers everything that you need to go camping for the first time. But it also offers everything you think about, that an expert camper might need. And so that's why I think that Janine thought that the R-Pod might be the best fit for this project. But really, the bottom line is that if you could, for $10, take your entire family camping, and you win this one-of-a-kind, customized piece. And Janine has so many connections with Spoonflower and Camco and all these distributors, the top distributors in the RV industry. She's aligned with us, and she's aligned with them. We've put that package together, and I'm not saying this isn't a dream, Alan. This RV already exists. Ginny McKinney has been promoting this product for the last 3 or 4 months, and she's been camping across the United States. And this is all going to take place on February 14th. For $10, anybody can qualify to win this thing for on February 14th.
Well, listen, we're going to let you go because we actually have someone with HoldYou Foundation on the line. But Cody, thank you. Thank you for everything, and Forest River for providing such a wonderful prize to be raffled off for such a great charity. And I look forward to visiting with you down the road, all right?
Alan, I hope it's Natalie, and I hope that we can get together again soon. Anything that's Forest River, a part of Forest River, I'd love to talk to you about. But we are honored to just have a platform to talk about Janine, HoldYou, and everybody from the RV Show USA. And we love you guys. We support you. We listen to you, and I hope we can do more in the future.
All right, good deal, Cody. You have fun over there in Tampa. We'll talk again.
Okay,
All
talk
right.
to you later.
Adios. All right, folks. So that's the story on the R-Pod. I'm telling you, it's a great little travel trailer that helps a lot more people experience camping and RVing without having to spend a ton of money to do it. So now the R-Pod charity raffle, as you heard, is held in conjunction with a group of women that I am so fond of, and that's the Girl Camper organization. Cody said that she was like the Meryl Streep of the Girl Camper. She's like Oprah to me. Everybody knows Oprah, and Janine is like the Oprah of the RV world. And anyway, she is the founder of Girl Camper. Well, Janine and our next guest from HoldYou Foundation happen to be sisters, so you know that she's got to have a kind and helping heart as well. Let's run on out to sunny California. Hiya, Natalie Hill. Can you hear me, Natalie?
Yes, I can.
There you go. Well, thank you for being with us. I don't know if you heard Cody earlier, but gosh, it sounds like they're pretty proud to be associated with HoldYou.
Well, that's wonderful. We're pretty excited to have them associated with us, and for their generous support.
Tell us about the HoldYou Foundation. Just give me the short story, and then I want to ask you about the raffle prize.
Okay, great. Well, HoldYou Foundation was founded by me 4 years ago. I was a sick kid, and back then I remember being in the hospital and seeing a lot of kids around me who were without their parents, and that had a lasting effect on me. And so when I got all grown up, I decided to do something about that. I was working in corporate philanthropy and noticed through my work there that there was a huge void in support services for families that was of a practical nature for basic needs during this time when their child was sick, and that this was a really big need on behalf of families with sick children. So I founded HoldYou Foundation, and we have now helped over 260 families.
What kinds of stories do you hear, Natalie? I mean, can you give me an example of? We've got some pictures here that you sent, and I got to tell you at the beginning of this, it just breaks my heart to see these children and families that are struggling so much. But it makes me feel great that HoldYou is out there. But gosh, it's so sad how people can be affected by this, and at no fault of their own, their life can just be turned upside down. What kind of people do you guys help?
Well, we help all kinds of people, definitely. The families are vetted by social workers, so they know which families are in the greatest need, and they send us the families that need support. The families, one study that was done by Dana-Farber Cancer Institute about children, families with children suffering from cancer, estimated that a third of families with children with cancer face food and housing and energy insecurity during their child's treatment. And then 56% of adults who supported those families either lost their job or had to quit their job or cut back on hours during treatment. So the financial impact is huge. And HoldYou recognizes that diagnosis affects an entire family. It's not limited to the child. Without the parent, the child can't receive treatment, and the child depends on that parent, and that affects siblings and everyone else when a parent can't work. So, sadly, I've seen a lot of very sad stories. It's very hard. You see families who, may have intended even to take a short leave of absence from work, but then their child illness extends beyond what they could imagine. We had a little boy, his mom actually worked at the Children's Hospital, and he was diagnosed. She found a lump changing his diaper at 2 years old and immediately got him to a doctor and found out he had a rare form of kidney cancer. The treatment wasn't supposed to be too long, but it ended up stretching on for 2 years because he ended up having 10 surgeries, congestive heart failure, and then his kidney failed, and he's on dialysis. So we were able to help that family with support for their rent during that period of time. So there are a lot of families who end up actually falling, even though they weren't at that level before, end up falling behind the federal poverty line, below the federal poverty line during their child's treatment. Like you said, by no fault of their own, just because of these really horrendous circumstances.
How important, Natalie, is this raffle of the RPod to HoldYou Foundation? Is this one of many that y'all do through the year? Is this the great big one that we really need to push? Tell me about the importance of this.
This is the great big one. Yes, this is the great big one. With that goal of $100,000, that will help a lot of families, and that is a big raffle, a big fundraiser. It's super important to us, and will provide a lot of support for a lot of families, as you can well imagine, with that amount of money. So, yeah, I'm definitely hoping that it reaches that goal. It was a big goal, but I believe that, like Janine, Girl Camper, and Forest River and the people there, that setting a big goal is the way to go. So
I think what you are doing is fabulous, and I salute you. One thing, and I just got to ask this, I'm not trying to be too nosy, but I think that a lot of people wonder, is the money really going to help people, or is it going to feather somebody's nest? And talk to me about that. It looks like to me, from what I've seen, the HoldYou Foundation, you guys are lean and mean and small and very efficient.
Oh, yes. We are very lean and mean. For sure. We're powered by some volunteers and myself. There's not a lot of overhead costs. All the families are vetted, like I said, by social workers, and then they fill out a financial application for our assistance. So, we're sure that these are the families in need, and then all of the assistance is always paid directly to vendors. No money is given directly to a family. It's going right out to the gas company, the landlord, the transportation, the food cards. So all that is given directly out to the vendors.
And so for a $10 donation, you buy a raffle ticket. And folks, if you'd like to do this, and I encourage you to do so, for y'all watching the live stream on YouTube and on Facebook, we're going to have a link up here. You can click on it. It's $10 a ticket. If you click on the link, you can buy as many tickets as you'd like. It's for a terrific cause. If you go to the Girl Camper website, go to girlcamper.com, the very top of the page, you'll see where it says Girl Camper RPod Charity Raffle, Learn More, right there at the top of the page. If you click on it, a page will open up. You'll learn all about HoldYou Foundation, and you'll see this beautiful 196 RPod that's going to be raffled away in February. And for $10, you could win it. And it's I'm telling you, Natalie, it's a really pretty little travel trailer, isn't it?
Oh, my gosh, it's gorgeous. I wish I could enter, but I can't. But I'm just super excited to see who wins and to see them out on the road. I hope they share pictures with us. I mean, that is one cute camper. I'm a camper, so I really appreciate that beautiful camper.
Yeah, hey, Natalie, hang on. We got a little surprise for you on the RV Show USA guest line. If somebody wants to say hello. Go ahead, line 3. Line 3, you're on with Natalie.
Hey, how are you guys?
Hi, how are you?
Well, long time no see.
Janine, is that you?
It is me. Hi, Alan. How are you?
Hi, doing great. We got to get her audio up a little bit. Is it? But
is that any better for you?
That's been a lot better. So Janine, have we missed anything? Have you heard what Natalie and I and Cody and I have been talking about, or?
Unfortunately, while I was on hold, I couldn't hear what you guys were saying.
Oh.
But I can tell you this: I'm intimately up to speed with HoldYou. I'm a huge fan. I call my sweet sister so often, and she tells me about the clients, about the people they're helping, and it's what motivates me to do all we can at Girl Camper, because I know the help HoldYou is giving goes directly to immediately relieve dire circumstances for the most hardest hit people.
Well, Natalie, I know that I know that Janine has wings of an angel, so I know somewhere you have to have angel wings as well.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. You know what? I just am doing my part, trying to help out where we can. So I appreciate that. I do believe that every child deserves the loving parent advocate by their side, and that a parent makes the best advocate, and that advocacy can make all the difference in a health outcome. So I wholeheartedly believe in this support, and I've seen it make a big difference. So I appreciate everyone who's going to go buy a ticket for $10 and support HoldYou Foundation.
Well, listen, we're going to let you jump, and I'm going to talk with Janine for a few minutes. Natalie, we're going to do our very best to get the word out there to try to help get people to dig deep. Folks, think with your heart. Think with your heart, and do what your heart tells you. So
thank you so much, everyone, and I know that this is going to hit goal, and I really appreciate this opportunity, and you're getting the word out there for
all right. Thank you, Natalie. All the best.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
All right, Janine.
Bye,
Janine, you know, when I heard about HoldYou, I honestly, I procrastinated. I didn't go look at it. You know, it took me a week or two to finally get to it. And when I did, it was like, oh, my God, what a wonderful, wonderful charity. It's no wonder you like it so much.
Isn't it? Yeah. What I love is because there are charities out there that will give money to people to help them cover unpaid medical expenses, but this charity is different. This will give you money while you're in the fire. It'll give you money to keep the ship afloat. And that's such a huge concern for parents when they have to cut back their hours at work. So knowing that you can have someone make a car payment for you, keep the electric on, buy your kid a bicycle, and cover your Uber bills to take your child back and forth to chemo, it's huge.
Yeah, it is huge. And I want to go back to the actual RPOD and the Forest River folks. I guess without them believing in what you are doing, there would be no support. Natalie, you know, bless her heart, she works so hard, it sounds like. This is a huge thing for them. I mean, the Forest River is helping a lot.
Girl Camper was one of the largest corporate sponsors to HoldYou last year. So they're not a huge, they're starting out, though. They are infinitely further along than most non-for-profits that are, 4 or 5 years old. So they're really making strides, and I think that's because Natalie works so hard. But this specific initiative is very important to their budget.
And without Forest River, donating the RPOD, it would never take place, obviously.
No, I'm grateful beyond means to Forest River. And it's a fantastic unit. It got delivered to my house. I was on a trip, and my husband called and said, someone, left a camper in our driveway. And, of course, he went in it, and he said, are we keeping this? Is this ours? And he just absolutely loved it.
Yeah, I'm losing you a little bit. I'm not sure if you're moving around on your cell phone, but I caught most of that. So the bottom line, and I want you to tell us, and then we're going to get. But talk to me about how the raffle, the winner's going to be chosen, because a lot of time, not trying to be skeptical, but a lot of times people say, yeah, this is some padded deal. They already know who the winner's going to be. How's the winner going to be chosen, Janine?
We don't know I don't actually know how they choose the winner. It's from what I understand, it's an algorithm. So we partnered with the RaffleNetwork.com. It's a Boston company. I've never met them in person. We used them last year. And that takes Forest River and Girl Camper and HoldYou out of the equation. Everybody who clicks on, they'll go right to the Raffle Network page. I have no idea. And then on the day the raffle is picked, on February 14th, I have to wait for the Raffle Network to notify me and tell me who the winner is.
It's awesome. It couldn't be more fair than that.
Don't know. I never see a dime of the money. It all goes directly to Raffle Network. They take their fee, and then it goes to a holding bank account until the thing is over.
We're going to let you scoop, but before we do, any final words for the legions of girl campers and others who are going to listen to this interview and podcast?
Just go out there, please buy a ticket. But please also, if you belong to a newsletter of any kind, maybe you're a member of, Moms with Triplets or, Baseball Boys or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
If you belong to any kind of newsletter that you could share it with your friends, just buy and share.
All right. Well, thank you so much. And I'm going to send everybody I can over to your beautiful website to check it out. And folks, don't buy one ticket. I mean, one ticket's fine. It's nice. But, let your conscience be your guide. Think with your conscience, with your heart, and do what your heart tells you to do. Janine, thank you. And welcome aboard for being our new correspondent on the show.
That was so exciting. I got to tell you. So much, Alan, and I have some fun stuff coming up. I'm not going to drop any hints, but
okay,
I will. We're going to be talking about boondocking 101. So if you've never camped on BLM land, I'm going to be bringing you some tips.
That's awesome. All right, we're going to let you scoot. Thank you very much, my friend. Okay, we'll talk again real soon.
Alan. Happy trails.
All right, thank you.
Bye now.
What a great charity and a super raffle item, and a great association. HoldYou Foundation, the Girl Camper Group. I hope that you will take a minute and think about how the HoldYou Foundation helps people, and that you'll go to girlcamper.com, buy a bunch of tickets, bunch of them. They're only $10 a piece. You just could win that they call it From Factory to Fabulous Forest River R-Pod. Most importantly, your money, all of it that you spend on the raffle tickets is going to a great cause. Tickets are $10 each. You can buy some right now. Go to girlcamper.com. There on the homepage, at the very top of the page, you're going to see where it says Girl Camper R-Pod Charity Raffle. Just click on it. The page is going to open up, and then you're going to see all the information. There'll be a link there on how to buy tickets, or click on it, where to buy your tickets. Take you about 30 seconds to do, and I encourage everybody to do it. The drawing will be held on Valentine's Day, February the 14th, and you just could be the lucky winner. All right, I hope you enjoyed today's interview, and thank you for being with us. Until next time, I am Alan Warren, the RV Wingman, reminding you, be safe, have fun, play nice, and don't leave those good manners at home. So long, everybody. All right, so that's going to wrap it up for tonight's show. We went a little bit long, but I think there was a lot of stuff to cover here, and I'm hopeful that this is going to be edited out of the podcast. If you enjoyed today's show, do us a favor. Call, leave us a voicemail message. We may play your message on the air. If we do, we could send you some swag, T-shirt, and some other things from the RV Show USA online store. The phone number 1-330-WINGMAN. It's a 24-hour voicemail. Nobody's going to pick up. We enjoy hearing from our listeners. A text message, emails, all that kind of stuff is nice, but nothing is nicer than getting a nice, heartfelt voicemail message from our fans. So thank you again so much, and I hope you enjoyed the graphics and things. And Jumpin' John, thank you for working so hard.
You got it.
I appreciate you. We all do. All right, we'll catch you next time, everybody. Adios.